My girlfriend texted, "I told your cardiologist you've been skipping your heart medication. He's cutting off your prescription until you get serious." I hadn't missed a single dose. I replied, "Concerning." Then I called my doctor, showed him pharmacy records and her text. When he reported her for interfering with medical treatment, I, 32 male, have a heart condition, arrhythmia. Been managing it for 2 years with daily meds. Take them every morning at 7 a.m. like clockwork. Miss a dose? Bad things happen. My girlfriend, 29, knew this from day one. Thursday, 2:14 p.m., middle of a work meeting. Phone buzzes. Heh. Just got off the phone with Dr. Reynolds, told him you've been skipping your heart meds for weeks. He's cutting off your refills until you get serious about your health. Maybe now you'll listen to me. I read it 3 times. I hadn't missed a single dose in 2 years. 1. Me? Concerning. Excused myself from the meeting. Called my doctor's office immediately. "This is name, patient ID 4158. I need to speak with Dr. Reynolds right now." The nurse sounded uncomfortable. "Oh yes, we were going to call you today. Your girlfriend reached out with some concerns about." "I haven't missed a dose, not one. I need to see him today." "Let me check his schedule. Today." Got an appointment for 4:30 p.m. Left work early. Stopped home first. Grabbed my pill organizer, the weekly kind with every single day marked off. Grabbed my phone with the CVS app showing every refill for the past 2 years. Picked up like clockwork every 28 days. Screenshot her text. My girlfriend wasn't home. At her lunch with the girls, apparently. Dr. Reynolds has been my cardiologist since my diagnosis. Good guy. Knows I'm religious about my meds because we've discussed it at every single appointment. Walked into his office and put everything on his desk. My pill organizer. Every day marked for the past 3 months. My CVS records showing automatic refills every 28 days for 2 years, picked up within 24 hours every time. And this. Showed him the text. His expression went from concerned to pissed off. And Dr. Reynolds doesn't get pissed off. She called this morning. Said she found your pills in the medicine cabinet untouched for weeks. That you'd been irritable, defensive when she asked about them. She seemed very worried, very convincing. I've never missed a dose. Those pills are taken from the bottle and put in this organizer every Sunday. She's watched me do it 100 times. He pulled up my chart, clicked through my recent blood work from 3 weeks ago. Your levels were perfect, therapeutic range. If you'd been skipping doses for weeks, we'd absolutely see that here. So what now? He leaned back. What she did is a crime. Medical interference. She filed a false report that could have resulted in me denying you necessary medication. If I'd actually cut off your prescription before verifying. He shook his head. I'm legally required to report this to the police and the medical board. Do it. He printed everything. My refill history, my blood work, her phone call records from their office system showing she called at 9:47 a.m. Wrote me a 3-month prescription on the spot. You need to be safe. If she's willing to do this. I know. Drove home. She was there now, cooking dinner like nothing happened. Actually humming. Hey babe, you're home early. I'm making that pasta you like. Held up my phone with her text. Want to explain this? She didn't even look guilty, just annoyed. Oh, so he called you already? Good. Maybe now you'll actually talk to me about our relationship. You told my doctor I'm not taking my heart medication. Because you've been distant. You come home, you eat, you go to your office, you barely talk to me. I needed to get your attention. So you lied about my medication compliance. I didn't lie. You are being non-compliant with our relationship. The circular logic was impressive. Dr. Reynolds filed a police report for medical interference. Her face went white. He what? You filed a false medical report. That's a crime. That's insane. I was trying to help. I was worried. You weren't worried. You wanted attention, and you weaponized my heart condition to get it. She started crying, the angry kind. You can't be serious? You're going to let them arrest me over this? I didn't let them do anything. You did this. We can fix this. Call him back. Tell him it was a misunderstanding. It wasn't a misunderstanding. You knew exactly what you were doing. Started walking to the bedroom. She followed. Where are you going? Packing. I'm leaving. You can't leave. We need to work this out. Grabbed my duffel bag, started throwing clothes in it. This is insane. You're gonna throw away 2 years over one mistake? You tried to cut off my access to heart medication. That's not a mistake. I don't even know what that is. She grabbed my arm. Please, I'm sorry. I'll apologize to the doctor. I'll fix this. Pulled away. Don't touch me. Baby, please. Got my medication from the bathroom. She'd never touched it. By the way, her whole story about finding it untouched was completely fabricated. I'm staying at my brother's. I'll be back this weekend for the rest of my stuff. If you leave? If you leave, we're done. Yeah, we are. She blocked the door. No. We're going to talk about this like adults. Move. No. Pulled out my phone. I'm calling my brother. You can either move or explain to him why you're physically preventing me from leaving. She moved. Barely. You're gonna regret this. Nobody's gonna believe you. They'll think you're crazy. Cool. Left. Drove to my brother's place. Told him everything. He just stared at me. She tried to get your heart meds cut off? Yep. What the actual hell is wrong with her? No idea. Slept on his couch. Didn't sleep well. Kept thinking about what would have happened if Dr. Reynolds had actually cut my prescription before I could prove I was compliant. If I'd had an episode because she wanted attention. Update 1 Friday morning, 9 a.m. Detective calls. Woman sounds done with people's nonsense already, and it's only 9 a.m. This is Detective Morrison. Dr. Reynolds' office filed a report yesterday regarding medical interference. I need you to come in and give a statement. Went in at 11, brought everything again. She looked at my pill organizer. You mark every single day? Every single day for 2 years. And she's seen you do this? Hundreds of times. Every Sunday I refill it from the bottle. She's made comments about how obsessive I am. She made a note. The doctor's office has her on their phone records calling at 9:47 a.m. Thursday. She told the receptionist she was your girlfriend, said she'd found your pills unused, that she was worried you'd been skipping doses and was irritable when she brought it up. All lies. The doctor's blood work backs you up. Your levels were therapeutic 3 weeks ago. You can't skip doses for weeks and still have therapeutic levels. So what happens now? We're investigating her for reckless endangerment and filing a false medical report. This isn't relationship drama. This is criminal. She interfered with your medical treatment. Went back to my brother's. My phone had 31 missed calls, 18 from her. The rest from her mom, her sister, her best friend. The texts were something else. Her, baby, please come home. Her, we need to talk about this. I'm sorry I overreacted. I was just worried about you. You're being ridiculous. How can you do this to me? My mom is calling lawyers. You're ruining my life over nothing. Over nothing. She tried to cut off my heart medication and called it nothing. Her best friend called. I answered because I'm apparently a glutton for punishment. What is your problem? Do you know what you're putting her through? Hi, nice to hear from you too. She made a mistake. You don't call the police on someone you love. I didn't call the police. My doctor did. Because what she did is a crime. She was worried about you. She lied about me skipping my heart medication to get my attention. That's not worry, that's manipulation. You know what? You're a terrible person. She's devastated. Her whole family thinks you're insane. Cool, gotta go. Hung up, blocked her number. My mom called an hour later. Her mother just called me. Very upset, says you abandoned her daughter over a misunderstanding. She lied to my cardiologist and tried to get my prescription cut off. Long silence. Mom's a cardiac nurse. She got it immediately. She did what? Explained everything. That's not a misunderstanding, that's attempted harm. Are you okay? Yeah, staying with brother. Good. Don't go back there. I'll call her mother back and explain exactly why this isn't a misunderstanding. Saturday, my brother and I went to get my stuff. Planned it for 2 p.m. when I knew she'd be at her Saturday yoga class. She'd changed her schedule. Was sitting on the couch waiting. You came. For my stuff. That's it. Can we please just talk? Nope. Her sister was there too. Didn't know that was happening. Great, sister. Do you know what you're putting her through? She hasn't slept. She's barely eating. Me, cool story. Started packing. Clothes, electronics, my books, my bike, family photos. My brother helped. Took 3 hours because I wanted everything. She followed me around the whole time. We can fix this. I'll go to therapy. I'll work on my communication. Not interested. Please. I love you. You tried to cut off my heart medication. I was desperate. You don't understand what it's like being ignored. My brother stopped mid-pack. Did you seriously just say that? He has a heart condition and you're making this about your feelings? Sister, stay out of this. Brother, nah, your sister tried to kill him. I'm good staying in this. I didn't try to kill him. God, you're all so dramatic. Kept packing, got everything into my brother's truck, left my tea on the counter. She tried one more time at the door. Crying now. Please don't leave, I'll do anything. Should have thought about that before you called my doctor. Update 2. It's been 2 weeks. Things got worse, way worse. First, she started showing up everywhere. Monday morning she's at my gym, 6 a.m. I work out at 6 a.m. She's never been to my gym before. I joined, thought we could work out together. No. Can we just talk for 5 minutes? No. Left. Changed my gym schedule to evenings. Wednesday, she's at the coffee shop near my office, the one I stop at every morning, sitting there waiting. Hey, what a coincidence. It wasn't a coincidence. Walked right past her. She followed me out. You can't ignore me forever. Watch me. Thursday, grocery store. She's in the produce section. I turn around. There she is. We shop at the same place. Crazy, right? Abandoned my cart. Left. Called Detective Morrison. She's showing up everywhere. My gym, my coffee shop, the grocery store. Document everything. Times, locations. You should file for a protective order. Filed Friday. Hearing scheduled for the following Tuesday. Then her family escalated. Saturday morning, her dad shows up at my brother's building. Saw him on the door camera. My brother answered. Dad, I need to talk to him. Nope. My daughter is suffering. He needs to drop these charges. Your daughter tried to mess with his heart medication. She's lucky he's not suing her. This is insane. She made a mistake. Cool. Leave. Close the door. Dad stood there for 10 minutes yelling through it about how I was destroying his family before leaving. Sunday, her mom called my mom. This conversation I heard about secondhand, but apparently it was epic. Her mom, your son is pressing charges over a simple misunderstanding. He needs to drop them. My mom, my son has a heart arrhythmia. Your daughter lied to his doctor and tried to cut off his medication. That's not a misunderstanding. Her mom, she was worried. She thought he wasn't taking care of himself. My mom, his blood work was perfect. She lied. And you know what? If someone had done that to your daughter, you'd want them prosecuted too. Her mom, this is gonna ruin her life. Maybe she should have thought about that before committing a crime. Apparently her mom sputtered for him, then hung up. Monday, I get a call from my insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Mr. Name, we've received a notification that you may not be compliant with your prescribed medication regimen. We're reviewing your case to determine continued coverage. My heart actually skipped a beat. Not because of the arrhythmia, because of the rage. Who filed this notification? I can't disclose that information. I'm fully compliant. You can verify with my doctor and my pharmacy. We'll need documentation. Called Dr. Reynolds immediately. He was livid. Someone's targeting your insurance now? I'll send them a letter today. He did. With my blood work, my pharmacy records, everything. Insurance backed down within 2 hours. Called Detective Morrison. Someone tried to get my insurance to drop coverage. I'm guessing I know who. We'll request her phone records. If she called them, we'll see it. The protective order hearing was Tuesday. I showed up with my documentation. Every instance of her showing up, times and locations. The police report from her dad showing up at my brother's place. Evidence about the insurance call. She showed up with her parents and a lawyer. Guy looked expensive. Judge reviewed everything. Looked at her. Ma'am, you called the plaintiff's cardiologist with false information about his medication compliance. Her lawyer jumped in. Your Honor, my client was genuinely concerned about her boyfriend's health. She may have been mistaken. Mistaken? Judge looked at the blood work records. His labs show therapeutic levels. You can't be mistaken about someone skipping medication when their labs prove they're taking it. My girlfriend started crying. I just wanted him to pay attention to me. He was always busy, always doing his own thing. I needed him to see how serious our relationship was. Wrong answer. Judge's expression hardened. So you admit you knowingly filed a false report to manipulate him? Her lawyer looked like he wanted to sink through the floor. I didn't think of it like that. How else would you think of it? You fabricated a medical emergency to force your boyfriend to engage with you. It wasn't a medical emergency. It could have been. If his doctor had actually cut off his medication, it could have been fatal. She went quiet. Protective order granted. 1 year. No contact. Stay 500 feet away. No third-party contact. Violations will result in immediate arrest. Her mom started in the parking lot. Loud. You've ruined her. She could lose her job over this. All because you couldn't handle her caring about you. My brother stepped between us. Your daughter lied about his medication multiple times. Back off. Mom, she was worried. Brother, worried people don't commit insurance fraud. That shut her up. Security escorted them away. Final update. It's been 3 months. Here's how it ended. The DA prosecuted. She had 2 charges, reckless endangerment and filing a false medical report. Her expensive lawyer tried to get her a deal. DA wasn't budging. Then they found the insurance call. She'd called Blue Cross, pretending to be someone from Dr. Reynolds' office. Said they were concerned about my compliance. The insurance company recorded the call. That added insurance fraud. Felony. Her lawyer came back with a plea deal request. She was panicking now. The DA offered guilty plea to all 3 charges. 2 years probation, mandatory psychological evaluation and counseling, $3,000 restitution for my legal fees, and a permanent record. She took it. The alternative was trial and potentially jail time. Sentencing was 2 weeks ago. She showed up in black like she was going to a funeral. Maybe she was the funeral of her clean record. Judge was not sympathetic. Miss Name, you targeted your boyfriend's medical treatment. Not once, but multiple times. You called his doctor with false information. You called his insurance company pretending to be medical staff. You showed up at his home, his gym, his workplace. This shows a pattern of calculated behavior. She started to say something. Her lawyer stopped her. You're very lucky the DA offered this plea. In my courtroom, I've seen people go to jail for less. 2 years probation, monthly check-ins, mandatory therapy, can't contact me or my family, $3,000 restitution paid in monthly installments, and a permanent criminal record. Her best friend tried one last time. Sent me a message through a mutual friend. She's getting help. She knows she messed up. Can you at least write a letter to her therapist? No. Hard no. She can work through her issues without me. The apartment situation resolved itself. She couldn't afford the full rent, had to break the lease, move back with her parents. At 29, she tried to get me to pay my half of the remaining lease. My lawyer sent a very simple letter. Client was forced to vacate due to girlfriend's criminal behavior. Not liable. Lost my security deposit, $1,200. Worth every penny. Heard through the grapevine, she lost her job. Not directly because of the charges, but she burned through her PTO, going to court dates, and missed work for the psychological evaluation. They let her go during her 90-day probation review. Her family tried once more. Her brother called my mom. Can't he drop the charges? She's lost everything. My mom, your sister tried to kill my son. The answer is no. She didn't try to kill him. She interfered with cardiac medication. What do you think happens when someone with a heart condition doesn't get their medication? He hung up. As for me, got my own place. 1 bedroom, downtown. Nice building with security cameras everywhere. Maybe paranoid, but after someone weaponized my health, I'm good with paranoid. Still take my medication every morning at 7 a.m. My doctor's office has a note on my chart now. Any calls about this patient require verification and direct confirmation with patient. Sad that it's necessary. Dating again, slowly. Went on a first date last week. Nice woman, works in tech. We talked about deal breakers. Anyone who uses my health as a weapon is out immediately. She laughed. That's specific. Yeah, it is. Therapy's helping. Turns out having someone try to cut off your heart medication leaves some scars. Working through trust issues. My therapist says I'm appropriately cautious now. I'll take it. The protective order has 9 months left. Haven't seen her since sentencing. Hope to keep it that way. People ask if I feel bad about how everything turned out for her. Criminal record, no job, living with her parents, probation, no. Not even a little. She made a conscious choice. Multiple conscious choices. Call my doctor? Choice. Lie about my medication? Choice. Call my insurance? Choice. Show up at my gym, my coffee shop, my grocery store? All choices. Those weren't mistakes. That was a pattern of behavior designed to control and manipulate me by weaponizing the one thing I can't compromise on, my heart. You don't get to do that and then play victim when consequences happen. My heart's doing great, by the way. Medication's working. Labs are perfect. Dr. Reynolds said my compliance is exemplary. Same as it's been for 2 years. Guess I'm taking my health seriously after all. Just not in the way she intended. To anyone reading this, if someone starts messing with your medical care, your medications, your access to treatment, run. Don't walk. Run. That's not love. That's not concern. That's control. And it can literally kill you. Document everything. Tell your doctors. File reports. Protect yourself. Your health isn't negotiable, ever. Life's quiet now. My pill organizer sits on my bathroom counter, Sunday through Saturday, every day marked off. My pharmacy sends me refill reminders I don't need because I'm already there. My doctor's office knows I'm good. And my heart, still beating steady. That's all that matters. My fiancé said, I hired a private investigator to follow you. Cost $3,000 from our wedding fund, but worth it. I'd been planning her surprise bachelorette party. I responded, find anything interesting. Then I called the PI company, got copies of everything she'd requested, and showed them to her parents who were contributing $50,000 to the wedding. When they called her for an emergency budget meeting, I, 31 male, got home from work Wednesday around 6 p.m. My fiancé, 28, was sitting at the kitchen table with a manila folder in front of her, smiling. That weird smile people get when they think they've caught you doing something. We need to talk, she said. Cool. Great opening. Okay, she slid the folder across the table. I hired a private investigator to follow you for the past 2 weeks. I just stared at her. You what? A PI, professional surveillance, cost $3,000 from our wedding fund, but it was absolutely worth it to know the truth. Opened the folder. Photos of me, meeting with her best friend at coffee shops, outside a spa, at 3 different wineries, my phone records, timestamps, detailed notes about everywhere I'd been. Want to explain yourself? She asked, arms crossed, full prosecutor mode. Here's the thing. I'd been planning her surprise bachelorette party. Her best friend and I had been coordinating the whole thing for 6 weeks. Spa weekend booked, fancy restaurant reserved, wine tour scheduled, 8 of her friends flying in from different states, deposits paid. Total cost so far, $4,200 of my own money. And she'd hired a PI. Find anything interesting? I asked. You've been meeting with my best friend 6 times. You went to a spa twice. You've contacted multiple venues. You've made probably 20 phone calls to businesses I don't recognize. So yeah, talk. I could have explained right then, shown her the itinerary, the booking confirmations, the whole surprise, but she'd spent $3,000 of our money to have me followed. Didn't ask me what I was doing, didn't trust me, just hired someone. I'm not explaining anything, I said. Her smile dropped. Excuse me? You heard me. You're seriously not going to tell me what you've been doing? Nope. Are you kidding right now? You hired a PI instead of just asking me. That tells me everything I need to know about your trust in me. I had reasons to be suspicious. What reasons? Name one thing I've done in 4 years that would make you think I'd cheat. She sputtered. You were being secretive. You were always on your phone. You were meeting my best friend behind my back. So your solution was spend $3,000 without telling me? It's our money. I can spend it if I need to. On what, a PI without discussion? I needed to know the truth. The truth about what? Me going to spas? Very suspicious. Real smoking gun. She stood up. Don't mock me. You've been sneaking around for weeks. What else was I supposed to think? That maybe, just maybe I wasn't cheating? That maybe there was another explanation? Then tell me the explanation. No. She grabbed the folder, slammed it on the table. Fine, keep your secrets, but this report says you and my best friend have been planning something, and I will find out what. Cool. Good luck with that. Went to the bedroom. She followed, yelling about trust and communication and how dare I turn this around on her. Slept in the guest room. Barely slept. Next morning I called the PI company before work. Invoice was right there in her folder with the company name and phone number. Hi, this is regarding case number 4482. I'm the subject of the surveillance. I'd like copies of everything. Sir, that's confidential. I'm the person who was followed. Don't I have a right to know what was reported about me and what my fiancé told you to look for? Let me transfer you to our supervisor. Supervisor came on. Mr. Name. Yes, under state privacy laws, surveillance subjects can request their files. There's a $175 processing fee. What do I get? Complete intake forms, all reports, all photos, and the client's initial statement of concern. Her statement of concern? The one where she told you why she wanted me followed? Yes, sir. I'll pay $300 if you can have it ready in 2 hours. We can do that. Picked it up at lunch. Full file. Every photo. Every note. Every timestamp. Phone records she'd somehow obtained. We were on a family plan through her dad, probably how she got them. And the intake form. The one where she'd explained why she wanted me followed. Suspect fiancé is having an affair with my best friend Name. They've been meeting in secret multiple times per week. Suspect they're planning to leave together before the wedding. Need photographic evidence to confront him and possibly take legal action. Also concerned about financial infidelity. Suspect he's spending our money on her. She thought I was running away with her best friend. That I was stealing money to do it. I sat in my car reading every word. She'd paid extra for intensive surveillance, including financial tracking. They'd tracked my credit card purchases, the spa visits, the winery deposits, the restaurant reservations, all for her party, and she thought I was cheating. Called her parents from my car. They live 20 minutes away. Hey, it's me. Do you have time tonight? Something important came up about the wedding. Oh no, what happened? Her mom sounded worried. I'd rather explain in person. Could I come by around 7? Of course. Is everything okay? Not really. See you at 7. My fiancé texted me around 3. We need to finish our conversation. Not today. Or yesterday. You don't get to just walk away from this. Watch me. Her, where are you? Me, work. You're lying. Your location is off. Because I turned it off. Her, why? Because you had me followed by a PI. You don't get location access anymore. You're being childish. Didn't respond. Finished work. Drove to her parents' house for 7 p.m. They invited me in. Living room. Coffee already made. They were good people. Traditional. Fair. They'd been nothing but kind to me for 4 years. So what's going on? Her dad asked once we sat down. Your daughter hired a private investigator to follow me for 2 weeks. Cost $3,000 from our wedding fund. Silence. Her mom's coffee cup stopped halfway to her mouth. I'm sorry. What? Her dad put the full PI report on their coffee table. This? She thought I was having an affair with her best friend. Thought I was planning to run away with her before the wedding, so she hired someone to follow me. Her mom picked up the report, started reading. Her expression went from confused to shocked to horrified. This says she suspected you of financial infidelity? Yep. Thought I was spending our money on another woman. Were you? Her dad. Direct question. Fair. No. I was planning her surprise bachelorette party. Spa weekend. Wine tour. Fancy dinner. 8 of her friends flying in. I've spent $4,200 of my own money so far on deposits and bookings. Her mom closed the report. Oh my God. Yeah, so her surprise is ruined. But more importantly, she spent $3,000 of our money without telling me. Money that you've been contributing to. I thought you should know. Her dad leaned back, looked at his wife, that silent married people communication. How much have we contributed so far? He asked. $30,000 of the $50,000 we promised. And she used some of it to hire a private investigator. Correct. Her mom was still reading the intake form. She told them you were stealing money? That you were leaving her? That's what she believed, despite 4 years of me being faithful, committed, and present. They both looked sick. There's something else, I said. I'm reconsidering the wedding. What? Her mom. I can't marry someone who trusts me so little that she'd hire a PI instead of just asking me what I was doing. This isn't about the money. It's about what this says about our foundation. Her dad nodded slowly. I understand that. I'm not saying it's definitely off, but it might be. I wanted you to know before you made your final payment. If we cancel, you'll lose whatever deposits we've made. We appreciate you telling us, he said. We'll need to discuss this. One more thing. I have a copy of everything if you want it. The surveillance photos, the reports, her statement of concern, all of it. Her mom looked at the folder. Email it to us. We'll need to talk to her. She doesn't know I'm here. She's about to, her dad said grimly. Left their house at 8:30, got home at 9. My fiancé was pacing in the living room. Where the hell have you been? Out. Where? Meeting with your parents. Her face went white. What? Why? To discuss the wedding budget, specifically the $3,000 you spent hiring a PI. You told them? Yep, showed them the full report too, including your intake form where you said I was stealing money and running away with your best friend. You had no right. It's their money you spent. They needed to know how you used it. Her phone started ringing. Her mom. She declined it. Rang again immediately. Her dad. Declined. You better answer that, I said. Don't tell me what to do. Third call. Her mom again. She finally answered. I couldn't hear her mom's side, but I heard hers. It's not what it sounds like. I can explain. He was being suspicious. I had every right to. That's not fair. You weren't there. You don't understand. You're taking his side? She hung up, looked at me with pure fury. They want me to come over now. Thanks a lot. You did this, not me. I was protecting myself. From what? A surprise party? I didn't know it was a party. Because you didn't ask. And ruin the surprise? How convenient. There's no surprise anymore. You hired a PI and saw me planning it, so congratulations, you ruined your own party. She grabbed her keys. We're not done. Yeah, we are. She left. Slammed the door hard enough to rattle the frame. I called her best friend. We have a massive problem. Update 1. My fiancée spent 4 hours at her parents' house. Came home after midnight, eyes red from crying. My parents are cutting their contribution from $50,000 to $20,000. I looked up from my laptop. Why? Why? Because you told them about the PI. Because you made me look terrible. I showed them how you spent money they'd contributed. They made their own decision. They said I showed profound poor judgment and financial irresponsibility, and they can't trust me with their money anymore. Well, you did. This is your fault. You turned them against me. I showed them facts, that's all. We can't afford the wedding now. The venue is $22,000. The caterer is $8,000. The photographer is $3,500. We're $13,000 short. Then we'll postpone or scale down. Or you could fix this. Tell them it was a misunderstanding, that you overreacted. I didn't overreact. You hired a PI to follow me because you thought I was stealing money to run away with your best friend. She sat down. Hard. I was scared. You don't understand what it's like to worry that someone's cheating. You're right, I don't, because I trusted you. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You taught me that when you spent $3,000 on surveillance. The next morning, her sister called. Early. 7 a.m. What the hell did you do to her? Good morning to you too. Don't get cute, she's devastated. My parents are furious with her. The wedding's falling apart. This is your fault. How is her hiring a PI my fault? You embarrassed her. You ran to mommy and daddy and tattled. I informed them how their money was being spent. You're splitting up our family over this. I'm not splitting anything. Your sister made a choice. Now she's dealing with consequences. She made a mistake. A $3,000 mistake that showed she thinks I'm a thief and a cheater. You were acting shady. I was planning a party. Well, she didn't know that. Right, because hiring a PI is more reasonable than asking a question. She hung up on me. That afternoon, my fiancée came home with her sister and her mom. Intervention time. Sit down, her sister said. We need to talk. No thanks, I'm good. Sit down. This is my apartment. Don't tell me what to do in my own home. Her mom stepped forward. Please, just hear us out. Fine. Sat on the couch. They sat across from me. My fiancée looked miserable. Her sister started. You're being cruel and unreasonable. She made one mistake and you're punishing her for it. She spent $3,000 to have me followed. Because you were being secretive. So that justified hiring a PI? In this day and age, with men cheating left and right? Yes. I'm not other men. Her sister leaned forward. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to apologize to her. You're going to call my parents and tell them you overreacted. You're going to help fix this mess. And then we're all going to move forward. I looked at her. Looked at my fiancée. Looked at her mom. No. Excuse me? No, I'm not doing any of that. You're being a child. I'm being someone who won't marry a person who doesn't trust me. My fiancée started crying. Please, I'm sorry, I messed up. I should have just asked you, but you can't throw away 4 years over this. You threw them away when you hired the PI. That's not fair. Her sister again. She was scared. She was protecting herself. From what? Me being faithful? Her mom finally spoke. What would it take for you to reconsider? Honestly, I don't think there is anything. She fundamentally doesn't trust me. How do I marry someone who thinks I'm capable of what she accused me of? She didn't accuse you of anything. Her sister. I pulled out my phone, read from the PI intake form I'd photographed. Suspect fiancé is having an affair with my best friend. Suspect they're planning to leave together before wedding. Suspect financial infidelity and misuse of wedding funds. Looked at her sister. That's not an accusation? Her sister's face went red. Where did you get that? The PI company. I requested my file. I'm entitled to it as the subject of surveillance. You have no right. Actually, I have every right. State privacy laws. Look it up. Her mom looked at my fiancé. You told them he was stealing money? My fiancé was full on sobbing now. I didn't know. You thought I was stealing from you, I said, to run away with your best friend after 4 years together. That's what you thought of me. Her mom stood up. We should go. Mom. My fiancé. No, he's right. You went too far. We should leave. They left. My fiancé stayed, crying on the couch. I'll fix this, she kept saying. I'll make it right. You can't. I can. Just tell me how. There's no how. It's done. She looked up. Mascara everywhere. You're calling off the wedding? Probably. I need time to think. How much time? Don't know. Week, maybe 2. The wedding's in 3 months. Then I better decide soon. That night, her best friend called me. Okay, so I heard about the PI thing and holy crap. Yeah, she thought we were running away together. Yeah, that's insane. You're like my brother. Tell her that. Oh, I will. But listen, about the bachelorette party, probably not happening. She doesn't know about it yet. Nope. Still thinks I was doing something else. Are you gonna tell her? Eventually. Maybe, if I don't call off the wedding first. You're seriously considering it? I'm seriously considering it. Damn, okay. Well, for what it's worth, I think you're handling this really well. Better than most people would. Thanks. That means something. Update 2 week 2. Things escalated. My fiancé started a group text with my parents, my brother, her parents, her siblings, basically everyone. I need to explain what happened and why my name is threatening to cancel our wedding. Then she gave her version. Yes, she'd hired a PI. But only because I'd been incredibly suspicious for weeks. She'd been concerned I was having an affair. When the PI report came back inconclusive, she'd asked me to explain myself and I refused. I'd then run to her parents to turn them against her. I'd humiliated her in front of her family and was now holding the wedding hostage. My mom called me. Please tell me this is exaggerated. Told her everything. The real story, the bachelorette party, the intake form, all of it. Oh, that poor stupid girl. Mom, no, I'm serious. She hired a PI while you were planning a surprise party? That's almost impressive in how badly she messed up. Yeah, are you really canceling? Thinking about it. Good. You should. Mom, I'm serious. If she doesn't trust you now, she never will. You want to spend your life being accused of cheating every time you're 5 minutes late? No. Then you know what to do. That night, my fiancé's dad called me directly. Can we meet? Just us? Met him at a bar near my office the next day. He ordered whiskey. I got a beer. My daughter's a mess, he said. I know. Her mother and I have been talking a lot about this whole situation. Okay. We don't think you're being unreasonable. I looked at him. Really? Really? What she did was... He shook his head. I don't know what she was thinking. Hiring a PI? Spending that money? Accusing you of theft? It's insane. Thank you for saying that. But I need to tell you something about her first boyfriend. What about him? He cheated on her. Badly, with her college roommate. She found them in her own bed. I knew about that. What you might not know is that he'd been acting exactly like you were. Secretive. Always on his phone. Meeting the roommate behind her back. The signs were identical. Oh, so when she saw you doing the same things, she thought history was repeating itself. I finished. Yes. We sat in silence. Does that excuse what she did? He asked. No, but it explains it. For what it's worth, her mother and I have told her she needs serious therapy. Individual, maybe couples. We've offered to pay for it. What'd she say? She wants to fix things with you first. There might not be things to fix, he nodded. I understand, and I don't blame you. We finished our drinks. He paid, shook my hand. Whatever you decide, you've been good to our family, to her. You deserve better than this. Got home that night to find my fiance's sister waiting outside my apartment, arms crossed, furious. We need to talk. No, we don't. Yes, we do. You're destroying my sister. Your sister destroyed herself. She made a mistake. One mistake, and you're crucifying her for it. Hiring a PI isn't a mistake, it's a choice. A deliberate one that cost $3,000 and revealed what she really thinks of me. What she thinks is that men can't be trusted. And you're proving her right. How? By being cold, by refusing to forgive, by holding this over her head. I'm not holding anything over her head. I'm making a decision about my future. You're being selfish. Selfish? I spent $4,200 planning a party for her, while she spent $3,000 having me investigated. Who's selfish? The sister got in my face. You know what? She's better off without you. Look how you're acting. You're cold, you're mean, you're unforgiving. She dodged a bullet. Then we agree on something. Now get away from my door. Make me. I'll call the cops. For what? Harassment, trespassing, take your pick. She left, but not before yelling that I'd regret this, and I was making a huge mistake. Inside, I sat on my couch, texted my brother. I think I'm done. You calling it off? Yeah. Good. Want me to come over? Nah, I'm good. You're not good, but you will be. Friday afternoon, I called my fiancée. Come to the apartment tonight, 7 p.m., we need to talk. She arrived exactly at 7, sat on the couch. I sat in the chair across from her. I can't marry you. She started crying immediately. Please don't say that. I have to. You don't trust me, and I can't spend my life proving myself to someone who thinks I'm a liar and a cheat. I don't think that. I was just scared. You thought I was stealing money to run away with your best friend. I was wrong. I was stupid, but we can fix this. How? You'll always be waiting for me to cheat. Always suspicious, always checking. That's not a marriage. That's a prison. I won't. I'll work on it. Therapy, whatever you want. It's too late. She got on her knees. Actually on her knees. Please, I love you. I'll do anything. Anything. Then let me go. I can't. You have to. She sobbed. I didn't move, didn't comfort her. Just sat there. What about the deposits? She finally asked. The venue, everything? We'll lose most of it. That's thousands of dollars. Yeah, it is. And you don't care? I care about not marrying someone who hired a PI to follow me. So that's it? 4 years. Just over? Just over. She stood up, wiped her face. You're gonna regret this. Maybe, but I doubt it. When you're alone, when you realize what you threw away, I didn't throw it away, you did. She left, slammed the door. I sat there for an hour, then called the venue. Hi, this is about booking number 47221. I need to cancel. Final update. Canceling a wedding is expensive, really expensive. Venue lost $8,000 deposit. Caterer lost $3,000 deposit. Photographer lost $1,500 deposit. DJ lost $500 deposit. Florist lost $800 deposit. Total lost $13,800. My ex-fiancée tried to make me pay all of it. You're the one who called it off. You hired a PI. I know that. Stop bringing it up. No. We eventually split it. I paid $7,000. She paid $1,600. Still hurt, but fair. Had to call everyone. Guests, family, friends. Wedding's off. Sorry for the inconvenience. Some people asked why. I told the truth. She hired a PI to follow me while I planned her surprise party. Reactions were mixed. Her family, I was cruel and unforgiving. My family, I dodged a bullet. Mutual friends, split about 50-50. Lost some friends over it. People who thought I should have forgiven her, that everyone makes mistakes, that love means second chances. But kept the ones who mattered. The ones who said, dude, that's messed up, and you made the right call. Her best friend called me a week after everything finalized. I'm sorry for all of it. Not your fault. I feel responsible. If I hadn't helped you plan the party, then I wouldn't have known she'd hire a PI the first time I acted suspicious. Better to know now than after marriage. That's a good point, actually. How is she? Not great. Moved back in with her parents. Seeing a therapist finally. Her mom insisted. Good, she needs it. Her sister's telling everyone you were abusive. Of course she is. For what it's worth, nobody believes her. Well, not nobody, but most people don't. Thanks for telling me. Yeah. And hey, if you need a friend, I'm around. I know this is weird, but we were friends before you and her got together. I'd like that. Month after the breakup, my brother dragged me to a party. Didn't want to go, but he insisted. Met someone, graphic designer, funny, smart. Told her the whole PI story on our second date because better to get it out there. She laughed. That's wild. Did you ever tell her about the party? Eventually, after we split, she didn't believe me at first. What'd you do? Showed her the booking confirmations, the deposits, the itinerary, all of it. How'd she react? Cried. Said she'd ruined everything, that she'd destroyed the best thing in her life. Had she? Yeah, she had. We kept seeing each other, took it slow, trust issues on both sides, she'd been cheated on too. But we worked through it, talked about everything. No secrets, no surveillance. 6 months after the breakup, I ran into my ex at a coffee shop. She looked thinner, tired, saw me and froze. Hi, how are you? Good, you? Better. Therapy's helping. Good. Awkward silence. I'm sorry, she said, for everything. I ruined us. Yeah, you did. Could we try again? No. Why not? I'm better now. I've worked on my trust issues. I'm not the same person. Maybe not, but I'm not interested in finding out. She nodded. Tears in her eyes. You're seeing someone? Yeah. Is it serious? Getting there. I hope she knows how lucky she is. I'm the lucky one. Left her there. Finished my coffee. Went home to my apartment. My small, perfect, drama-free apartment. Life moved on. My ex got married eventually. Heard about it through mutual friends. Some accountant. Quick engagement. Vegas wedding. Ironic. Me, still with the graphic designer. 2 years now. Talking about moving in together. No PI necessary. Just communication, trust, basic respect for each other. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd forgiven her. If we'd gone through with the wedding. If I'd spent my life proving I wasn't cheating. Then I remember. She spent $3,000 to have me followed. While I was planning her surprise party, with her best friend's help. Some decisions make themselves. Best $7,000 I ever lost.